Hi, my people. Welcome back to 100 Days of Data with Miss Mailiana. It's day 61. I think I owe you an apology. When I was actually planning for this actual video recording, fun fact, I almost didn't record because I didn't know, do I need to apologize? Do I not need to apologize and all that? But whatever we start, we finish it. We have been on day 60 for so long, or video number 60 for so long, and I hope that even with just the 60 videos, 60 is not just, even with the 60 videos, you are understanding what data analytics is all about, and also getting to understand the whole scope of data analytics as well. So what we have started, we finished. So we have 40 more to go. So this is me telling you that the challenge is a challenge and we finish it by any means necessary. All right, so we are here to finish up, and today we are going to be talking about data cleaning. All right, I didn't introduce myself. I am Miss Mailiana, a data and AI strategist now, and a tech educator, also a community builder. And my goal is for you to understand the basics of data and also understand the importance of data in every industry, so that you set yourself apart wherever you go in your walk of life. All right, so let's get into it before I turn this into my normal YouTube video. All right, so therefore I just decided to design something here, right, which is actually a messy data. So assume this is a messy data. 1 2 3 is here, y is 4 here. So if you had 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, it's like it's in order, but right now it's messy. You can see that some are in green, some are in red, some are in black. And so when you have any data, you really have to study the data, okay? Before you even do data cleaning, most of the time, study your data. So this is our record, okay? And we are about to study it. And we've realized that the data type here is actually, let me open my, oh my God. Did it open? Oh, I feel like I had to open it off camera. Oh my God, my nails are short and I don't have, okay, we got it. Okay, all right, so first and foremost, looking at our data, you can see that it's talking about numbers. So the very first thing we see is that it's a numerical data, okay? And so we now understand that. So that means that when you are studying your data, the very first thing you look at is data type, okay? The very first thing you look at is data type. After you know your data types, you don't know that, okay, now everything is in numbers, okay? So we can see red and black. So the dynamics, right? How dynamics are formatted, how everything is formatted. It's formatted in red and black, right? So you understanding that, okay, you see that, okay, so now what does the red stand for? So let's look at it. Red is 1 2 3 4. Where's 5? 5 6. Where is 7? 7 8 9 10. So you can see that the red is in a sequence of 1 to 10. So automatically your mind will be like, okay, so red is equal to 1 to 10. So let's look at the black. The black, we have 11 here, we have 14, 13. So let's try to see. All right, 11, 13, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We can't find 20, but we can see 21. So now these two things here, there's a problem. So when you're able to read your data or study your data this way, it opens your eyes to see the details. So you can say that probably Black is from 11 to 20, the last one 21, so it's a sequence or something like that. So anytime you have a data, please take your time to understand what the data is all about, the data type, and then try to find out the formatting. So when you're able to do that, you now know that okay, there's a lot to be done to clean your data. No data is clean. No data is clean in the real world. Just know that human beings are just not going to keep a decent this one. So machines too are same. And also one thing is that when it comes to data, every time you have to clean it. And in fact, in statistics, right, when I study statistics, there's always room for error. So there's like we calculate error. So meaning that we assume always that there's going to be an error in our data, but the error should be very small. So that means that our data cleaning is very, very important. So why is data cleaning important? Data cleaning is important because it helps us actually make better accurate insights, or find better accurate insights. It also makes our insights reliable, our data reliable. If you don't clean your data, it's not really reliable. Like, what are you talking about? Right, I have a feeling about these lights. I don't know why. All right, so you have to make sure you clean your data. Pardon me. Oh God, pardon me as well. And also, if your data is not clean, you can't really trust your result. So always clean your data. If this thing, right, just assume that you didn't clean this data or you didn't study this data, how would you now know that okay, we don't have 20? Do we need to have 20? You wouldn't be able to go and look for, oh, why is it not it's 20 instead? Why is it 2 instead of 20? Is it supposed to be 20 or it's just supposed to be 2? Right? If you're able to clean the data, that's where you're going to find out this. So cleaning data is one most important way of one most important step of data cleaning. In fact, you have to really, really know your data cleaning. So now let's talk about some major activities under data cleaning that you can go about. Right, let me use this to clean first. Oh, I've cleaned this one. Right. Yeah. Let me try using the main cleaner to make it more smoother. As I'm recording this, pardon me, I have a headache. Oh God, we're going to do this. All right, so data cleaning steps or data cleaning activities. Say these are major activities. Number one is removing duplicates in no particular order, right? Removing duplicates. Number two is formatting in no particular order. All right, formatting has to do with how your data types appears, how your data appears, data appearance. All right. Number three is missing values. Checking that you have your missing values are well organized. So in our previous example, our missing value could be 20 or the 0 by the 20. We have to find out that as well. The next thing is to make sure that your data, okay, so these are the three major activities that I mostly talk about. And this major activities is not one way street. That's okay, when I find duplicates, when I format, and when I find missing values, that's it. You have to be able to solve the missing value error by going to actually understand wherever I got the data from, right? We're assuming that this is real world. that you've been given the data by your manager and all that, you have to go back to your manager to find out why is this missing, why is this. Do not, one thing, data analysts ask questions. So never shy away from asking questions. If you want to better your data, don't ever shy away from asking questions. So these are the 3 major activities under data cleaning that you always will do, and also will do more, because sometimes you can have a data and the calculation is wrong, so you have to really find the calculation and all that as well. So you have to be very, very careful as well. So now let's talk about how this all plays out. Let's say you want to do a data cleaning project. How would it be like? A data cleaning project, which is not like a full data analytics project. You just want to create a project that talks about your data cleaning skills, right? So the very first thing is, see, when I use this one, it leaves some marks. When I use the wet rag, I think it's much better. All right, so let's say end-to-end data cleaning project. The very first thing you do is what? Collect your data, right? So collect data, or data collection, right? After collecting your data, what will be my favorite thing, right? Study and understand your data. What do I mean by study and understand your data? Know your data types. What is your data type? So data types, columns and rows. What is in there? What is inside the columns and rows? Also, what the data talks about. So you have to understand, okay, I now have my data. Study the data to know what types of data it is. Study the data to know what are in the columns and rows. Also study the data to know what the data is talking about, what industry is it in, what can you use it for, and all that. It's very, very important that you know what you're talking about as well. All right, so then after number 3 is what the very first thing is remove duplicate. Remove duplicate. 4th thing is search for missing values. So now if there are missing values, you have to know whether, now the missing values could be could be a numerical, so it could be numbers that are missing, or it could be text that are missing, or it could be anything. You have to know your data types, and so that you know the missing values. So if the missing values are numbers, right, you may want to put in the average of all the numbers. Okay, you may want to put in the average so that it's better than 0. Sometimes it could be 0, right? Sometimes it could be 0, sometimes it could be average of the rest of the numbers as well. Then text, sometimes you have to give it new label, or give it like not applicable or something. So that is it. This is pertaining to you doing a project on by yourself. But when it comes into the real world, you have to find out the origin of why there are missing values before you choose either average or 0. You have to find the definition, right? But if you are doing a project to show on your on your portfolio, when you say, okay, I'm going to put average there, state it in your technical report that there were missing values in the numbers so and so, and you decided to use average because maybe it's an age value, right? So when do you use average? Sometimes you use average when it has to do with age, or number of students in the class, something that can't be zero, right? You can't say the age is zero, right? But something that can be zero, like quantity could be zero, so you can use zero. Labels, maybe there's something that everybody did but some people didn't do, then you can say, oh, some people didn't do, so not applicable, and all that. So you understanding your data will help you be able to solve your missing values very well. Then number five, you go on to actually formatting and presenting a clean data set, right? So now that you've removed duplicate, you've arranged the missing values as well, you now have to look at your formatting as well. Formatting has to do with how things are being presented, your clean data set. So now what if you are done with your missing values, your search values, and you go to formatting, but I had a data whereby, let me try to see if I could get you to, please hold on. I will try to replicate the data that I had, because there were no duplicates, there were no missing values, but the data was not okay. The formatting too was good, but the data was not clean. So I'll try to bring that here so that we see it, so that you know that data cleaning is not one fit, right? So now when the data was something like, okay, let's have west, east. Oh, I didn't clean the board well. Okay. So we have east, west, north, right? Okay. And the values were different types of values, actually. No, wait. So we have doctor, nurse, midwives, all right? Then we have east. Let's do this. Let's just give it an unusual name, right? East, left east. It's unusual name, right? Then total east, right? So now total east come here. So now we have two. Sorry, oh my god, let me bring the doctor here. All right, so we have two here, we have four, no, we have one, we have four here, we have one, we have two. So this total becomes 6, this becomes 2, and this becomes 3, and that will be 4. And then we do another one, so it's going to be this way. So this is how the data was looking like. Then now we have right east, left east, and then we have total east, right? So they have, this one may have 5 nurses, 3 nurses, 2 midwives, 1 midwife, 3 doctors, and maybe 2 doctors here. So the total becomes what? 8, 3, 5. So this is how the data is looking like. Okay, so in a nutshell, the data is looking it was very presentable. Even the total part was yellow and all that. But when you are doing your data analysis, right, or you want to find out, okay, what's the totalness in Excel alone, it's going to calculate all this. It's going to calculate all of it. So it's going to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3 plus 8. So let's try to do that calculation. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 8 is so that's 28. Am I right? So 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20, and 28. And then it's going to calculate this 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, so 10. Am I right? 1, 3, 6, 9, 11, and 16. Are we sure this is a total number of nurses for all the for East and West? There is a duplication happening here, because this is the total for the East, and this is the total for the West, and this is the total for the East. So the actual total is supposed to be 14. Am I right? Hey, my math is not that bad. I thought I'll be like, okay, that shows that I'll still go with math. So the actual, this one is 14, but it has become duplicated. Do you get? And this one, the actual value is supposed to be 2 plus 3, which is 5. So you see that there's duplication happening. 3 plus 5, which is 8. You see that duplication is happening. But when you look at the data this way, and you actually use your Excel, say remove duplicates, there's no duplicates found. But if you study the data, you realize that no, there's going to be a duplicate if I am finding out the total. So that means what? You have to clean the data and remove this part. Where's my red line? You remove this part of things. You have to remove this, and then also remove, so you have to remove all the total so that it becomes raw data that you can use to actually do your analysis. So now when you remove this part, okay, when you remove this part and you say, oh, what is the total for all the regions, it can add the 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8, and you get your 14. You get. So data cleaning is really not straightforward, but the very first thing you have to do is is to get your data. When you get your data, study it, because if I didn't study the data when I got this, I wouldn't know that there's going to be duplication. Because on a normal, you just go to your data tab and go to remove duplicates, and it says, oh, 6 duplicates has been removed, 4 duplicates has been removed, and you're good to go. But sometimes the duplicate is hidden, so you have to take your time. So I always tell my students that duplication, data cleaning is not one way, so you really have to study the data. Always do not play around your data cleaning as well. Do not play around it. So I hope you understand the whole point of data cleaning now, and you have the whole workflow of data cleaning, so you can actually do a whole project just on data cleaning, then put it up on your portfolio, and that's good to go. The whole thing is you are showing people how you work. So, oh, I can do data cleaning, and this is how I do data cleaning. I can do exploratory data analysis. This is how I do it. These are the steps I use. So you can actually learn data analytics and build your own steps that you go by to work with, and you'll be good at it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next video number 62. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.